A candidate's patience can be of interest to a prospective employer. The first part of this video looks at what patience is, why it is important, and then presents a couple of related interview questions along with model answers.
Patience is the ability to stay calm when things are frustrating or difficult. It's useful in everyday life and especially valuable at work, where it helps with problem solving, making decisions, and handling stressful moments. In job interviews, patience-related questions are used to see how well you cope when things don't go to plan. For example, when dealing with delays, setbacks, or difficult people. These questions often describe a scenario and ask how you would respond. They're common in roles where staying calm is important, such as customer service or teaching. Your answers can show whether you're able to keep your composure, manage pressure, and contribute to a steady, positive work environment.
Let's focus on a couple of related questions that interviewers may ask. How do you handle situations that require patience? A candidate gives 3 answers.
I handle situations that require patience by focusing on the bigger picture and reminding myself that good things take time. In my previous role, a project was delayed due to unforeseen circumstances. Instead of getting frustrated, I used the extra time to refine our work and provide additional training to my team. As a result, the quality of our work improved, and the team was better prepared for future projects. I believe in the power of active listening and empathy in situations that require patience. When dealing with a difficult client, I take the time to understand their concerns fully before responding. This approach helps to build a strong relationship with the client, and I'm able to find a solution that meets their needs. I handle situations that require patience by practicing mindfulness and stress management techniques. During a particularly stressful period at work, I maintained my patience by taking short breaks to clear my mind and refocus. This helped me to stay calm and productive, leading to successful outcomes despite the challenges.
What do you think of these answers?
Give an example of a time when patience led to a positive outcome. The candidate gives 3 answers.
In a previous role, I was coordinating a cross-department task that relied on input from several teams. One department was consistently slow in providing their part, which held up the entire process. Instead of pushing aggressively, I stayed patient and scheduled a short check-in to understand what was causing the delay. It turned out dealing with an unexpected workload spike. By offering to adjust the timeline slightly and helping them prioritize the essential items, we kept the project moving. The final result was delivered on time, and the collaborative approach strengthened our working relationship. In a previous customer-facing role, I worked with a client who kept changing their requirements and often took days to respond. Instead of rushing them or showing frustration, I stayed patient and kept the communication structured, summarizing each change, confirming next steps, and gently guiding them toward a final decision. By giving them space and maintaining a calm, organized approach, we eventually agreed on a clear brief. The final outcome met their expectations, and the client later thanked me for being patient and easy to work with. During a system upgrade project, our team hit repeated technical issues that slowed progress. Rather than pushing for quick fixes, I encouraged a steady, patient approach, documenting each failed attempt, reviewing what we'd learned, and adjusting our plan step by step. This helped prevent rushed decisions and reduce stress within the team. After several iterations, we identified the root cause and completed the upgrade successfully. The patient, methodical process saved us from bigger problems later on.
What do you think of these answers?
A candidate's ability to perform under pressure is always of interest to a prospective employer. The second part of this video looks at what this means, why it is important, and then presents a couple of related interview questions along with model answers.
Performing well under pressure means being able to stay focused, productive, and effective when things get stressful. It's an important skill in many jobs, especially those with tight deadlines, high stakes, or fast-moving situations. In interviews, employers ask pressure-related questions to understand how you cope when challenges arise. For example, dealing with delays, setbacks, or unexpected problems. These questions are common in roles where staying calm and steady really matters, such as emergency services or sales. Your answers help show whether you can handle stress, stay resilient, and keep your performance high when it counts.
Let's focus on a couple of related questions that interviewers may ask. Give an example of a time when you had to perform under pressure. A candidate gives 3 answers.
In a previous role as a financial analyst, I had to present quarterly results to senior leadership after a key data source failed the night before. With limited time, I rebuilt the dataset using backup files, verified the critical figures manually, and simplified the presentation to focus on the most important insights. Despite the pressure, the briefing went smoothly, and leadership appreciated the clarity and accuracy of the revised report. The experience reinforced my ability to stay calm, prioritize effectively, and deliver reliable work under tight constraints. As a software engineer, I once supported a product launch where a performance issue appeared during final testing. With only a few hours before release, I worked with the QA team to reproduce the issue, isolated the bottleneck, and implemented a temporary optimization that stabilized the system. We were able to launch on schedule, and I later developed a permanent fix. The situation showed me the value of staying methodical and communicating clearly when the stakes are high. When I was a sales manager, a major client unexpectedly reduced their order volume near the end of the quarter, putting our target at risk. Instead of reacting impulsively, I reviewed our pipeline, identified warm leads, and worked with the team to prioritize the most promising opportunities. We focused on quick-win deals and strengthened follow-ups, ultimately closing enough business to meet the quarterly goal. The experience taught me how structured planning and steady leadership can keep a team performing well under pressure.
What do you think of these answers?
How do you ensure the quality of your work when you have to complete tasks quickly? A candidate gives 3 answers.
When I have to complete tasks quickly, I ensure the quality of my work by prioritizing tasks based on their importance and deadlines. I also use project management tools to keep track of my progress and ensure that I'm meeting the required standards. For example, during a previous project, I was able to deliver high-quality work within a tight deadline by effectively prioritizing tasks and regularly checking my work for errors. I ensure the quality of my work by breaking down tasks into manageable parts and focusing on one part at a time. This allows me to concentrate on each task and ensure its quality, even when I'm working quickly. For instance, when I was working on a complex report with a tight deadline, I divided the report into sections and focused on completing each section to the best of my ability, which resulted in a high-quality report delivered on time. I maintain the quality of my work by staying organized and keeping a clear focus on the task at hand. I use tools like checklists and quality control measures to ensure that my work meets the required standards. For example, when I had to quickly prepare a presentation for a client, I used a checklist to ensure that I covered all the necessary points and reviewed my work multiple times to ensure its quality.
What do you think of these answers?
Which are the best answers? What makes them good? Which would an interviewer like most? How could you adapt them to your own situation? How would you answer the questions? Leave your comments below.
Visit the channel homepage below. Here at JIQ, we want to develop a bank of real-world interview answers. We want to move beyond the AI voices you've been listening to. We want to hear your voice. We invite and challenge you to record your own answers to the questions in this video and send them to us. If interested, check out the link to video collection terms for details. All submissions are welcome. Clicking on the Send Your Video link takes you to this Dropbox up link. Add your video, send it in, and we'll deal with the rest. Clicking on the third link, View eBook, takes you to the Amazon page for our Kindle title, Job Interview Preparation, Topics, Tips and Model Answers. Check it out. Become your best interview self. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And good luck in your interview.